Hello. Hello, everybody. Let me get started. Boop. Hello. Welcome to another fishing stream. Today is nothing huge. This is my fishing alt, warm water trout, and is going to be kind of our future solution to the ocean fish issue that we have with the Aerosine aquarium. And so I'm going to work on him today because I need to get him up to, I think, what is it, 90? So our current problem with the aquarium, as I get started here, I have to talk to Wawalago to carry on with my fishing quests. Current issue we were having with the aquarium was ocean fish. Every time they add a blue, which was, I want to say, like all but 2 patches, all but 1 patch. No, stone scale. There was a few patches. It was annoying. There was a few patches where they added blues to the aquarium, and those aren't tradable. Those can't be sold, and the only way to be able to transfer them is through the FC chest. If that. Actually, now that I think about that, I should probably test that. No, you can't. Yeah, no, you can't do it through the FC chest because I'm thinking of high quality fish. You can't do it because they are untradeable. They're like everything. Like you have to get it yourself. And whenever we were having this with the aquarium, it would come up and then it would be like, oh, here's a new bluefish, and so we'd have to go and hunt for it for a room. And so that ended up adding like 2 extra rooms because 2 different people ended up getting them, and so I'm just like, I'm not gonna ask people to go and just get blues every single time. So I'm making this guy to specifically go out and catch bluefish. And hi, Aga, how are you doing? So warm water trout here is my alt on Marlboro for the aquarium, and is being built specifically for ocean fishing. Hello, Lilac. So we are going to see, I have to remember now if Navigator's daggers are these, I think they're strong bites if I remember correctly. Believe so, yeah. But they're not that quick. Navigator's daggers, also known as, yeah, there they are, flying fish, were the recent topic of the one-pager that my coffee voted for. So if you haven't checked that out, you can check out my coffee. I think there's probably a link somewhere around my channel. You'll be able to do that, and you can kind of learn all about a real life fact, or a couple of facts about flying fish, which is what the Navigator's daggers and brands are based off of. And along with other fish like cloud cutter, and there's another one, but cloud cutter is the one that comes to mind. So I'm just gonna reel in everything here until we get 5 of these guys. I already prepped the full moon sardines. I didn't prep rain collars, even though I probably should have. But we're gonna spend the next about 50 minutes working on quests. Hopefully get at least through A Realm Reborn relatively quickly. If we hit rain collars, I forget, rain collars are 40. Can't remember if rain colors are 40 or 45, so like we have a while to go, and there's no other outside of full moon sardines, there's no other like gated fish, so I'll keep it. Next time we're back in town, I'll pop by the Skywatcher. And I didn't know I could render Peloton all the way down there. That's amazing. I'll keep an eye on the Skywatcher and see if it's raining. Let me know if any of the sounds need to be adjusted at all. Apologize for my voice. It's gotten a bit chilly here and it's thrown off my groove a little bit. And because I think this is busted, I'm going to turn this off. I've been trying to get this stream thing to fix, but the recent sub button hasn't updated in the past 20 days, and I know I've had more subs since then, so I'm not 100% certain what's going on there. But I'll fix that later. We just need one more dagger. Next ocean fishing route is in 50 minutes, so we'll definitely hit that up. That is going to be a coral manta route, so I might do indigo on that one. Yeah, because the ruby route's just shellfish and shrimp, so we'll do seaforth coral for the fun of that. See if maybe we can get a sub 90 coral manta, or a sub 80 coral manta at this point. So how's everyone's been doing this weekend with FanFest and all that? Did anyone actually go to FanFest and just happens to be back by now? Like, if so, are you dead tired like I was after NA FanFest? I've seen them about 600 times. Level 20, is that? I think we're going to Foghorn Float for, no. I think we're going to Foghorn Float for, yeah, is this where they teach you mooching, I think is 20. Oh, duh. Warm water trout. Of course. I need snurble tufts for that. Chocobo flies? I did see at FanFest there was a sign. They had a market board. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. On the market board, they had like all these like advertisements, and one of them was for, and I quote, researchers to help research the warm water trout population after it was affected by the 7th Umbral Calamity. And I had a good giggle. Anyways, we have to get crowfly. Grab a few of those. Do we have any in the FC chest? Oh, heck yeah, we do. Take like 10 of those. And we need to go to, not Ailport, we need Bronze Lake. think I've unlocked spearfishing on this guy. I may want to go do that. For the extra GP, maybe? Yeah, maybe we'll do that before ocean fishing so I can get the gig. Trying to think if I have another character that hasn't unlocked it yet, because I still need to record I need to record a guide for that. My feet are stuck in that line. The feet are stuck in the plank. These quests would become like super easy after level 79 when you can just take take identical cast. Somebody's doing the feet. It's that period of armor where you don't get to choose what your helmet is. You're just going to look like a tank regardless. I woke up at 5 a.m. for FanFest, and I was sort of out of it, like, because I mean it was pretty early here on the East Coast, and I was sort of out of it until like the limited job mention came up, which was like maybe what, an hour or so into the keynote, and I'm just sitting there listening. And somebody yells Fisher from the audience. I don't know if anyone else caught this. And Koji and Yoshi were both like, Fisher? What? And the amount of messages I got from people like on Discord or on Twitter going, wait, that wasn't you? Was like actually was not only funny, but also just a little concerning. I was, because everyone's like, oh yeah, that totally must have been fruity, and I'm like, no, I was laying on my couch like 3,500 miles away. So, but it's funny because I know a lot of people were like, oh, I would argue that Fisher is a limited job, and that's an argument that I would make, is Fisher is probably closer to like a Disciple of Land limited job than anything else, than it is to like an actual Disciple of Land. Like I think Botanist and Miner are just very, they're the gatherers, they have their own thing, but Fisher is completely unique and they've kept it that way, and I really appreciate that. But I think because a lot of those mechanics, there's a little bit of overlap with there's a little bit of overlap with like Botanist and Miner, you know, with like the weather and the time. Well, more the time than the weather. But after that, it just has its own unique style, and I genuinely think that like Fisher could be considered a limited job if the concept of limited jobs existed when Fisher was first made. At least for 2.0. I don't know about 1.0 because I didn't play 1.0. A lot of people think that I'm a legacy player. I'm not. I started, oh gosh, 3.2, I think. 3.3. Sometime in the middle of Heaven's Ward. It wasn't the very end, because I remember Shadowbringers, or not Shadowbringers, Stormblood. I remember Stormblood's launch, because I wasn't there for the launch. I had to play like a week or two later. But nope, not a legacy player. And hello everyone who I'm just seeing now join the stream. Welcome. We are working on my fishing ult here. This is Warm Water Trout, the name of the character and the fish we're currently going for. In about 40 minutes, we'll hit the next ocean fishing boat. I need to level, but we're also going to see if we can maybe get lucky and maybe get like a Coral Manta below level 90. In level 50 gear, so it's going to take about a minute to bite. And then after that, we'll keep working on this guy a little bit if we have to. If not, I have another ult that I was going to go work on. Or fishing, because it's all fishing all the time. But if not, what we might do is jump over to Fruity Prime, my main character. And I still need to do Thalia Run this week and actually get gear, because I've been trying to get a specific piece. And with reset tomorrow, I'd hate to waste it. So maybe we'll end the stream doing fishing. But we will see. Hand over Warm Water Trouts. Catfish. This is the one. This is Fallbird for mooching, and I need moth. I need one of the pupas for this. I haven't unlocked my saddlebag on this guy yet, so I don't have any other place to throw bait yet outside of my inventory. Is it moth pupa? I feel like this is what I actually want to use. I know I'm gonna need it at some point, so I'm gonna grab it. That was purple though, is the one that I was thinking of, but maybe not. Shadow catfish. That'd be Fulgord float. Jared. Yeah, so fishing was my first 90 as well. I went and... Oh, is there a Skywatcher here? I meant to check the Skywatcher. My first 90 was as well. Hey, it's a cool player. My first 90 was fishing as well. Right after Endwalker launch. I think that was like the first thing I did before digging into MSQ all that much, and it ended up working out really well. Here's the trick. When everyone's like, yo, I'm going to get Fisher to 90 or Botanist or Miner to 90 first, it's actually extremely smart. Because, sneak. All you have to do is get to level 86, and then you can just switch to that class, and with sneak active, nothing will attack you, like, at all. So you can just run around places. And so I was level 80 whatever you were when you first got into Ultima Thule, and getting attacked left and right in between running through the MSQs. And so what I would do is just swap over to Fisher, have sneak on, run through stuff, nothing would attack me, and then I could just move on. Hey Vixus, what's up? What is my gathering right now? 323. That should be, if we want to go like way crazy here, we could jump to, and don't let me forget to go to the Skywatcher. If we wanted to get really crazy, we could start big fishing already. Because with 323, if I bring up the list, I should be able to catch, wow, that's a lot of fish. Most of the patch 2.2 fish, of which there are 37 of them. Seriously? That's a lot. The min gathering for most of these are like 290 and stuff, and a lot of them are always up or have like weird times or something, like Oshan's print. Easy. Skywatcher. Yeah, Fisher, especially with ocean fishing now. Oh, wait, it's raining right now in Gridania for the next few minutes. Let's go see if we can grab a couple of rain collars before the rain goes away. Stem board. Do I have stem board? Should check that. As soon as I saw it in Fulgord, I knew I should have checked. Gotta grab some stem borers. We only have like 6 minutes. I think we need 5. I will have, excuse me, and like I said before, my voice is a bit shot here due to some weather changes going on here in the great Northeast. Right level. Yeah. Ruby. Oh, thank you, person who just randomly messaged me saying cute glam. Ruby got really changed up a lot with 90. Like, obviously, I had to redo the whole guide for it because it got changed so much. And if you missed it on Twitter, I will have a new Stephacanthus guide coming out. I don't know exactly when it will go out, but I did recatch Steph I did recatch Steph using the new skills. So, Stethecanthus is not necessarily easier, but it's a bit more, how to put, not as thought. It's a bit more brain dead. So I'll have that guide out. Star Scale Ephemeris will be out tomorrow. I finished editing and uploading that today, so that guide will be out tomorrow afternoon. I'm experimenting with like times to launch these videos. Stepha is much worse. I still think Stethecanthus is probably the closest to a quote-unquote perfectly designed fish than any other fish in the game. Yeah, Cinder's really isn't super like. I'm going to say a very controversial term in the fishing world. I don't think Stethecanthus is super duper technical, because it really is just show up, catch 10 sand eggs, and then cast out a bunch. But it's definitely one of the more unique legendary fish. Oh, you DC'd before? Oh no. No, that's terrible. DCing when you get an intuition. I caught it 2 days ago, I think it was. I caught Steph again. It was like, I won't even mention the number of windows it took me because it's criminally low. But I will say, I was genuinely worried about that because I haven't had disconnection issues, but the latency issues to the server has been plaguing me a bit. Ba-da-dum-bum, bum, 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 bum. Alright, is that 5? Oh man, that was a good chunk of experience too. That is in fact 5. Alright, so we have those set up for later. Alright, back to... Oops. Yeah, yeah, lilac. Is it lilac or lilac? The two L's are throwing me off. That's what I've been hearing. When the NA connection issues, okay, lilac, thank you. When the connection issues first started, I didn't have them, but as it went on, I started getting them a bit more. Alright, we'll go through this one immediately. This is full moon sardines. And ever since, like, it's been on and off on whether or not I've been getting it or not. And recently it's been maybe like once every hour I'll have a quick spike for like a second and it'll just be like a rubber band. Pro tip on full moon sardines. They tell you to go to Eastern Lenosha, I believe. Where do they tell you to go? Because they added that all here. Yeah, Bloodshore. Pro tip on this, if you have flying in A Realm Reborn and you're doing this quest, don't go and buy them. Let me turn these in and I'll show you the easiest place to get full moon sardines. Like, super duper reliable. Criminally reliable. And you can, and even if you don't have A Realm Reborn released or beat, like, just talk to, like, get somebody to fly you, because you have to get to the Isles of Umbra. Fish out of water. This will be the desert catfish. I'll need to get some sand leeches for those. But first, let me show you where to get full moon sardines, because this is, like, super easy. Alid. In general, if you're going to have connection issues, Alid Scan is not the fish that you want to have connection issues on. I also think it's really interesting. Like, I genuinely think Alid Scan is a truly interesting legendary fish. Like, in terms of just folklore, like the idea of where it fits as like an actual quote-unquote folklore fish, it's actually like probably one of the better ones. Also, Lilac, going back to your comment, as long as I have known EU servers, and I've even played on them for like a significant amount of time, their connection issues have always been rough. Anyways, if you're going after full moon sardines, come here. Specifically, like right here. This is the Isle of Umbra South Shore, and if you use Spoonworm, and exclusively Spoonworm, you will get 100% full moon sardines. You can only get here after a certain part of the MSQ or if you're flying. So if you can't do either of those, just ask like a friend or an FC mate and they'll fly you out. That's not right. Did I put... It's Spoonworm. I'm not wrong. Oh, it's not the right time. Duh. During the right time, come here and you'll get 100% full moon sardines. Alright, we need to go to Forgotten Springs. Some desert. Get some sandworm. I wonder if there are quote-unquote desert catfish. Sandwich, that's what I want. And we're going right over here. Night, Aga. Have a good sleep. Good honk shoe me me me. Which I don't think I've ever said out loud. I'm gonna be sitting here because it can take... I've been like 50-50 on desert catfishes. Sometimes I get them well, like sometimes I get them pretty quick, other times I'm here for like 20 minutes. Let me remind myself of the Never. Cool. 2 casts. I think that's a new record for me. Usually it takes at least 10 or 15. Right, so that's desert catfish. That's 35. We're like speed running this right now. Though that's actually a question that I'm going to ask all of you. If you missed it at FanFest, they're doing the cloud beta tests coming up at the end of November. And somebody on the fish cord suggested using that time to see if we could, as like a collective group, get big fish. Not any one singular person, but like as a collective Discord community, see if we can get big fish, if we could catch every fish. And that turned into an idea of a bit of like a collaborative event, but also a bit of a competition as well. And so what we're thinking about doing, and I'm thinking about putting this together, is during the beta weekend, or during the beta week that is up, which I think is November 21st to the 27th, hosting a collaborative event and competition for the fish cord, where people would create the characters, because we all get skips, we all get jumps, we all get like a bunch of things. Do that, and then set up like a point system. So like if you get we have to go to Corthus here. Make it like for every legendary fish you catch, it's 10 points, and it's specifically one-time catches. So it's not like you can go out and catch like 30 wardens of the 7 years. It's like basically log completion. But for every legendary fish you catch, unique legendary fish you catch, you get 10 points. There would be a random assortment of 5-point fish, and then everything else will be 1 point. And if you get like anglers, if you get ambitious anglers, you get 10 bonus points, and then 30 points if you get Dragon's Thief title. And then whoever has the most points at the end of the week gets a prize. And we would also then go through and kind of see if everybody has, which fish were caught, and could we as a group get forgot hoverworm here. If we as a group could get big fish. I don't know if that sounds like 100% interesting to people, but would be something interesting to do that we don't really get a ton of experience, or we don't get a ton of opportunities like this to have everybody clearly and very uniquely start on the same point. We might actually finish, yeah, because up next is Maslali and Marlin. We might actually finish the level 50 fish job quest here before we go ocean fishing. Oh, was tilapia up? Was Circuit Tilapia up and I just miss it? I'm gonna read this. I think it was. But I think it would be really fun to kind of host like a collaborative fishing event on the beta servers, because you'll have to start fresh. So it'd be kind of like RuneScape had like a hardcore, they call them leagues, where everybody started at the same level. Everybody started with like the same exact thing, and then you had to build out your own character and focus on what you wanted to do. And so there's a lot of planning and then figuring out like, oh, I need to get all this. How do I get gear? What am I gonna do with that? And I think it could just be like a fun little event to run for a week. Any cloud cutters here, and I don't think I needed to talk to the person. No, they can just be here. Fishing into the Sea of Clouds, which is notably not the Sea of Clouds as a zone. There we go, there's one. Still think I need 5. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that we would do it on the beta servers, Lilac. And so everyone would start fresh on the same thing, and then you would just at the end of the week, if you wanted to enter, you would basically just go to your fishing log, filter it to big fish, which you can do if you go to fish guide, filter settings, and then big fish once you have it unlocked. I think you have to catch one first, and then just post a picture of that in the fish cord, and voila. Yeah, basically competitive racing, but it would be, the focus would really be to see if, as a community, could we catch all of the big fish in a week. I think that could be, I think that was like the original premise, and I think that could be really interesting to see, like, as a group, if everybody tackled it, could we all catch, could there be at least one ruby dragon catch? Could there be at least one Stethocanthus catch? Could somebody catch Cinder? Because they'll all be up. Like, we've already checked. There's at least one window for every fish, if I remember correctly. Maybe Dusk and Dawn. Maybe Duskfish might not have one. I'll have to double check that again. But like, we'll have all of that. So I think I need one more. Yeah. So we'll see. Alright, so that's our 5th. How about we just do this all at once and swing over to Eastern Lenosha. On our way back, we'll pick up a Mazzalago Marlin, and then be done with the level 50 job stuff, at least. I know even if we don't do the competition, I think that week of the beta testing, because that also falls across Thanksgiving for North America, which might be why they're hosting it that way. Might be interesting to see, and I might even just do it that week myself, even if we don't make it an event. how is the stream quality right now? Is it choppy at all? Yeah, like I was saying that earlier, is like the amount of people who were like, "Oh, I didn't know Fruity was at EU FanFest," to yell that out, was alarmingly high. I don't know what that says about me and being like, no, I'm American. And I have to remember what the bait is for this. Oh, duh. Get back here. Cool, thank you, Jared. Okay, so the voice bouncing between loud and super quiet is something that has been happening a lot, and I am wondering if it's my audio settings now on my microphone, like auto ducking. Do. Because that was what somebody was telling me was happening last night as well on a Discord call. And I don't know if it's my mic just being like really weird, or because I kind of just moved it around. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I kind of half hope my mic's going because I want to buy a new one. If this is a barracuda, we'll be okay. I'm messing around with the sound settings though right now just to make sure. I may also just have like a really wide range. Oh, that's right, I don't have Mooch 2 yet. I may also just be speaking really weirdly, so that might be part of it. Okay, that one's off. Either that or NVIDIA Broadcast somehow found its way onto my computer, and I'm wondering if that might be messing with it. Yeah, I see that. Hold on. Yeah, so it is using my NVIDIA Broadcast mic. Why are you doing that? You shouldn't be doing that. Hold on. Set you as a default. Okay. So, did that change anything? And this will be the Mazla, yeah. But I have to dig into the whole microphone thing still too. I'm not going to go too deep into it on here, but I will try and get it fixed before Thursday when I plan to stream again. I intentionally went from quiet to loud there, so that wasn't the microphone, that was me. Okay. We now have everything to finish the quests. Seems more stable. Okay. Thank you. So I'm adjusting the microphone here a little bit more. I have a stand mic, and because I'm not a huge fan of headset mics, but they are more accurate. Like, I have one that I could use if I really needed to. I just don't feel like it. Alright, you're gonna tell me that I need a very specific fish. Ah, crap. Forgot about that part. So, that's a good question. Does sitting while fishing affect anything other than wasting time? No. And 90% of the time, it isn't that big of a deal. And that, like, I say 90% with mostly the confidence of saying, like, it's not like, if you're going to be sitting, the only time that I would probably tell you to stand, where it'll have, like, the biggest impact, will be ocean fishing during spectral currents, because you stand for every fish. You sit up and stand. It ends up being like 20 some odd fish per spectral current that you get. That's 20 seconds, which ends up being like 4 or 5 extra fish that you could have caught, which ends up over time being like 20% of a point loss, I think, is what we ended up roughly mathing it out to. But sitting doesn't affect, like, whether or not a fish is going to bite. It doesn't affect the chance of a fish getting away or not getting away more often. It literally is just a time waster, and in some windows, you don't want that. That's actually a really good question that I should probably add to my. I should probably add that to the book about sitting. I am, now that I have all this abundance of free time. I am not talking. Well, actually, no, I am talking with somebody. I'm thinking about putting together a proper get started big fishing guide. If it wasn't me talking about it, it would have been either Kyrie or it would have been Teodo. I think the three of us have all talked about it on Twitter at some point. Hey, we can start Feast of Famine now, too. That'd be fun. Just talk through all these. I really like the Gaskins. These are genuinely like a nice piece of fishing glam. Alright, plenty more fish in the sea, which we want for after. And then these spurs we can also want to grab. That'll just be for fun later. For now, we are going to go get ready for ocean fishing. Yeah, I was literally, Kyrie, I literally was saying, Lilac was asking whether or not it was me talking about it on Twitter, and I was saying if it wasn't me, it was either you or Teodo. So, I do have gathering scripts as well. Sweet. Do I already have cordials? Nope. I lied. I'm going to hold on to these because I should be 80 or close to it soon after this. we're going to do the Indigo route. So if anyone else wants to join that, it'll be up in about 2 minutes. We just missed Octomammoth as well. But I'm going to hold on to my white scripts for now. I think I'm going to go purchase some... will I be able to get the 80 script gear? No, because I've only completed I've only completed up to Stormblood. Well, I skipped up to Stormblood. So... yeah. I think I'll be able to get the 70 script gear, which will be fine, because that'll get me everything that I need from A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward, which is where all the fun fish are. And I can still mess around with Stethicanthus and Ruby Dragon still. I should be able to do that. I do have to get to Yulmore, but as you can see, I am literally at Cypress Tower. Like, I haven't even progressed the story here. So it would take me a couple of hours on the Calusian side, because I think you go into Yulmore during the first branch, if I remember correctly. But I think that would be enough to at least get me through. I don't think it'll be enough to get Ruby, because I don't think Stormblood stuff gets me up there, but I could get to it eventually. But the 80 script gear would be enough to, that'll be enough for Coral Manta and stuff. Whoops. I pressed the button I didn't want to. There we go. What are we looking at here for this boat? I actually want to be on Krill for now. Doom, boom, boom, ba-doom. Oh, this is like a zone 1 coral. This will be a nightmare. That'll be annoying. I might have actually should have bought 1 or 2 cordials. Oh well. Oh well. Close that. Hello, Sponsy. This is in fact 30 snacks of the Aorizine Aquarium. Which, if you haven't seen yet, the aquarium on Friday evening will be hosting our All Tanks Wake event again. If you didn't watch it, or if you didn't participate in it last year, it is our sort of mystery party event. Last year, the Pog Shark, the basking shark, funnel shark, in the ocean fishing room was stolen, and you had to go around and interview characters and figure out what their motives were and their alibis and see if they were the one who stole the Pog Shark, and then you had to guess this is who it was and this is why they did it. We're bringing that back again this year with a brand new cast and a brand new mystery and a few refinements to the actual gameplay, so it's not as nebulous, which was something that a lot of people were iffy on. But that is coming out, that'll be on Friday, and if I go to aorzean.fish/allthingswake 2023, I can get the website. There we go. I have one cordial and I'm saving it for if we get a spectral. Though I have makeshift bait now, so I probably don't need to do that. What? Who would leave? Why? 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 I don't understand. I used the wrong hooks up there. And that was actually what I needed. I'm not sure why, unless they were going for like seahorses, but that doesn't even seem right in my mind either. I think during the spectral current, it's technically quicker to just let the fish go. I'm not going to deal with that because I am still trying to get to 80 here. So we'll just take what we can get. If we can get one Grand Marlin, I'll be pretty happy with that. If we can get 2 Grand Marlins, I'll be pretty happy with that. I think I've only ever gotten Coral Mantle to bite once, and it was on this character at like level 4. And there was no way in heck it was going to stick around. Mooch. And that was too long to be a... Yeah, that would have been too long to be a Grand. We got 1 Grand Marlin. I'm pretty happy with that without dealing with any of that. Oh, and we're level 78 now, which means I can almost use Identical Cast. Was that a cheat? Oh, cool. 500 large size fish and the Master's Fishing Ring that I haven't claimed yet. And don't yell at me, Kyrie. I literally got it on stream like a half hour ago. If we get a Gladius, we won't deal with that. Never mind. Say we could go for a little Leviathan, but nope. We will get a Momoramora. Can throw that into the collection, which I think this guy has. Yeah, whopping 3 of them. some water while we transition here. Okay. We're still using Krillin, I forgot. This is Galadian Bay, home of the Galadian Bay, home of one of the most controversial bait swaps in fishing history, I think. The initial testing was putting plumpworm as better for spectral megalodon, but Kyoto, god of ocean fishing, did continue to do testing and found out that it was actually krill that was better. And so we started shouting out krill, and then everyone was like, no, it's plumpworm. That's what everyone says. And we're like, yeah, well, they haven't updated that yet. Jared's asking if there is they've been looking for a group to get ocean fishing titles with. Do I recommend a place to look? I do. I would recommend the Fishcord, which is discord.gg/fishcord. I think it should be in the description of this live stream, if I copied and pasted in everything correctly. Join up there, grab a title, or not a title, a role for your server, and you'll be able to get them through that specifically. I know for a fact Crystal, Aether, Primal, Chaos, and Light are all very active. The Japanese data centers are not very active on the Fishcord, and Materia is growing. But if you want to do ocean fishing titles with Materia, talk to Kyrie, who's in the chat as well. Or should still be in the chat. Oh god, what's the bait for this one? I don't remember. It's still krill. Okay. Maybe we can get a drunk fish. Is it, when you say get every achievement in the game, are you talking about like 100%ing Final Fantasy XIV or just the fishing achievements? I'd say just fishing, that's far more doable. I actually still need 2 more. I think I still need 1 more ocean fish. I think it's squids. And that's not like I haven't... the reason I don't have it is just because I haven't tried for it. I just haven't gotten around to it. And then I still need Dauntless Treader 3, which I might do on Thursday, but that can get kind of boring, so I'm not 100% sure if I'll stream that, or if I'll just do it offline. Stop getting away, fish. Also, some patience for the... I should be using patience for the experience. Then yeah, Jared, I would definitely go check out the Fishcord. I know... Aether? I think that's where Ultros is. I don't... Outside of Crystal, I don't remember. Randomly just checking the website to make sure it is Primal, isn't it? Yeah. But Primal's the Primal channel is active, Aether's active, Crystal's active. Chaos. My voice cracks there. Chaos is also like super active, so if you are in the EU or the NA regions, definitely got groups for you. Is my voice cracked? And neat, it is looking like I just got myself into a group for neat. That'll be fun. Completely unrelated to fishing. Even if this is a megalodon, that's not going to be a spectral. Alright, so we're going to the Northern Strait, which isn't as bad as it used to be, but it's still not great. Right there. There is. Oh. All I saw was like tops of the head just going over the railing. Bum 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 bum. Alright, ragworm. I should probably use krill to see if I can pick up crabs or jellies. I should also be using patience. I'm so used to not using patience that I just don't even set it up. There's somebody on this boat whose name is Stealthy Shampoo, and that's just a very good name. Also, Gan, I haven't forgotten about editing that trailer, so I'll do that If I don't do it tonight, I'll do it probably tomorrow. Because I'm going to edit out a couple of guides tomorrow as well. I meant to do like 3 videos editing today, and trailer was one of them. I'm applying for some jobs. Did I finish my custom deliveries? Yes, I did. See if we can hit level 79. I think we totally could do. I should use some of the white scripts to buy manuals. Not sure why I haven't done that yet. What is your... right, okay. With the Thalia raids and the revelations from them, I'm looking at a lot of the fish lore, and I'm now trying to figure out like what exactly was happening. Because we kind of learned that it's not minor spoilers on this. Like we kind of learned that the fish lore about the gods isn't as accurate as we thought it was. So I'm like, I now look at all of the Ocean Stone and Seamless Sleeve, obviously Navigator's Egg and Navigator's Brand. Looking at those all again with the new light revelation that we got. I think it's safe to say we're going to hit 79, but we are not going to get 2 missions done in this amount of time. Unless this. No, definitely not. There's only 1 crab, and net crawlers are not the most, in my mind, they're not the most reliable of fish to catch. Cast out 1 more time. So that was 2 levels. If I had brought books, that would have been 80. Oh well. Oh, books. I need those too. Crap. Since I'm gearing this guy up for ocean fishing, I don't need the books right now. I will focus on gear. and the quests. Ba-bum, ba-bum. That's not going to be a whole lot. 175k is not bad. Alright. Sell a bunch of these. We'll keep the bluegills because those are new aquarium fish. They're also really fun. If you haven't seen the bluegills, they're really nice. I'm really interested to see how far they're going to take the how far they'll take the graphics update. Like, are they actually going to update all the aquarium fish? Because if they do, like, there's a lot that they could do, but it's also such a small thing, I don't really see them doing a whole bunch. So I'm not too sure what to expect. Where is Navigator's Dagger or brand? I need 290. Cool, I have that. I know we have a bunch of Yumizunos. Let me bring up Carby here. Do I have enough for Shoni? No, not at 323. No way. Yeah, way off from that. Unless we go to Ralgar. But Shoni's up for another 15 minutes. Go grab that really quick. But what we can do is get some gear just like grab like a rod or two just to get us over the Realm Reborn legendaries. You are just going to tell me about scripts, which I don't need anymore. Exchange, size. Yeah, 350s. There is more gathering on this rod than is needed for one single legendary fish, so we'll just go with that. Perfect. It puts me at 749, which gets me up to able to catch everything up through 3.5 with the exception of the legendaries. So let's swing over to Korthus really quick. Camp Dragon Head. And I'm doing that just because I see that it's up. So I figure if it's up, we might as well. Because Navigator's brand will be up at the end of this window. So we might as well just go grab it. Basically do this as if we're a free trial fisher, I guess? Question mark? Heck yeah, Jared. So the way that the fish cord will work is if you look at like, I mean, even the primal one will show you. If you go look at like the primal data center channel, you'll see how people have been posting boats. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn this down. There we go. Like you'll see Dresner Falk has posted a couple in the past 24, 48 hours. Like that, if you want to host your own party, that's how you can do it. And I highly recommend doing that if you really want to. No, stop. All right, so if this is a triple exclamation point, it's Mahar, and then the Mahar will go into a Shonisaurus. I forget, do they loop? We're about to find out. I don't think they do. Yeah. This will be sketchy because I'm not going to be able to get another patience in. Do one cast here. Even loud for me. So we'll do a couple bit of time here. And then I'm trying to figure out exactly where we're going to go next. Either we'll keep working on quests. I think that will be, that's like the first big thing to do. Then I'm not sure. Like I said, if we wanted to swap it up a little bit, I might quickly run Thalia. Because I just need like one Thalia. I want to get one Thalia run in before reset and just grab a piece of armor. Do 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 do. Bum, bum. This is a really rough decision to not do this with cordials because it's going to be a pain to, yeah, because I'll end up like this and get normal quality. I should have brought cordials. Why on earth is there now suddenly 7 notifications? Let's see if we get a Mahar. A Discord that I'm in, I just looked over at my Discord and suddenly it had like instantly 7 and then 12 notifications coming up. I'm like, oh God, what's happening? And had to explain to the person in the Discord that you don't have to ping every single channel when making an announcement. Mahar! Oh gosh, please be large size and please stay. No! Dang it. I don't have enough GP. Alright, we're gonna move on. Okay. Quests. We need to get over to back to Limsa. We need to go for the Drowning Witch. Here to talk to our lord from a land who is running away. If you haven't done the fishing job quests and paid attention to the stories at all, highly recommend doing it. It's a very, they're all very interesting. Like A Realm Reborn's is about balancing out the ecosystem. The Heaven's Ward one just has some really interesting characters. Stormblood's about climate change, but magical climate change. And then Shadowbringers is about like diversifying one's thoughts, I think it was, and just self-confidence. And then Studium, the Endwalker one, is about aether currents or spectral currents in ocean fishing. Alright, ice pick challenge. No, yes, ice pick. Specifically Reyna. Reyna is a very fun character. Ice picks require purse webs, which I don't have yet. Nope. None of these. Go back to foundation. I don't think I have ever gone to Foundation through this exit. And I don't think I've ever gone to Corypheus Islands through that entrance. I need to get over to the Jeweled Crozier. Purse webs, which are here. Do I want to pick up cordials while I'm at it? I don't think so. I should probably also do my Chocobo quest so I can get my saddlebag so my inventory isn't filled up with baits. My saddlebag is. Is Charbonnet up? Because it's a blizzard right now. It would have just been up. Yeah. Yeah, it closed at 3 a.m. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to wrap up this quest and then we're going to do a Thalia run just to change things up a little bit. Even I have a limit on the amount of fishing that I can do in a row before I need to just do something else for a little bit. Lots of ice fairy. Ice picks. Literally 50% chance for it to be an ice fairy, so if I just slap that, we'll be good. Or at least have a chance at it. They're going to overlap a lot. Goblin. Do I have goblin jig? I don't. Smelt. I may have come with the wrong bait. Yes, I did. Give me a second here while I figure out what I want to grab instead. The worst part is it's going to be metal spinner, which is going to drive me nuts. And I don't have any of those on me. Where? I should be able to get metal spinner somewhere around here, I believe. If not, it's at a very specific spot. There it is. Okay. All right, let's try this one more time. Did they say when the 16 crossover was coming? Ah, you're good, Jared. Alright, so if this should get me mostly ice picks and or ice fairies, but I'll be able to slap the fairies and guarantee some ice picks. It'll take, oh, please tell me that is metal spinner, right? Not just spinner? Yeah. Do 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 do. Alright, so this should then be a. Hold on. Hold on. There's one. Okay. I'm looking at the Teamcraft data for Metal Spinner, and apparently it has 16 recorded catches of flarefish. That's strange and very unexpected. And okay. I figure if there's going to be a crossover, it'll probably be, if they didn't announce a date, it's obviously going to be either 655 or 656. 657, whatever the later numbers are. Yoshi P has to check with the director of, or the director and producer of Final Fantasy 16, Naoki Yoshida, to confirm the dates. Also, if I haven't said it yet, if you haven't done the fishing quest, do the fishing quest, because they give you all the skills you need. That is why I am doing them now. Because I'll get... I mean, not only do you unlock, like, this one will give me cloud fishing, so you get certain traits. It gives you Mooch 2, it gives you Double Hook, it gives you Patience 2, all of which are really important skills for Fisher. I saw that picture. I saw the picture of Yoshi P meeting Final Fantasy 16 director Naoki Yoshida. I say director, I mean producer. Do, 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 do. Okay. So what I want to do next, to kind of wrap up this stream, but it's still gonna be like another 30-40 minutes I'm gonna be streaming. We're gonna do Thalia, because that is the Fisher raid quest. I still need to do it. And I thought that might be a fun thing to do. So let me go to the BRB screen. Log out. Still good to hear all the fun sounds here in the background. Swap back to Fruity Prime. Drink some water while we wait.
mortals. Make your way through our watery sanctum. Let us see how you fare against my servants. To be expected for they who vanquished my pupil Beauregard. It shall be my pleasure to welcome you personally. I have looked forward to this moment, children of man. The scholar shall measure your depth of knowledge. Rage at my behest. Not all knowledge is wisdom. At what answer will you arrive, I wonder? Join me in deepest knowledge. Let flow the waters of your mind. Seek new perspectives, and you shall find new paths.
I've been muted this entire time, and I feel really silly about that. Dang it. I'm sorry. I've just been standing here talking to myself, and apparently I've been muted this whole time. Whoopsie. I think I've only accidentally had myself muted on a stream like 2 or 3 times before. Anyways, what I was saying is, it's the fish raid. I'm wondering, I think one of the, this music is one of the orchestrions that drop at the end. Oh, that was a big goof up on my part. And another big goof up. Yeah, I deserve that. Whoopsie. Bum, 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 da-da-dum. Ya-da-da-dum. So what I was trying to say before I realized that I was muted, on this part, the easy way to figure out where to go is you look for the triangle that's pointing towards the center, like this, and then you just run to the wall that it's pointing at. That has worked for me every time. So if you're ever trying to figure out what to do, just look for the one triangle that's pointing inwards towards the center, and then just run to the corner, or run to the side that it's pointing at, and easy peasy. I forget if this has the giant. Yeah, it does. Okay.
Well done, wise children. Well done.
Smooth sailing so far, I see.
Nothing here I want.
Come then, mortal.
Kind of hoping that the other bard takes that aiming shoes.
Have you got the stones to face the navigator?
Oh, there's another dancer too. Crap. I have to like, this is going to be the run that's going to drop what I want, and I'm going to lose it because there's a bunch of other people.
Let me prepare a suitable stage for
Like there's other aiming classes.
I'll teach you the ways of navigation.
I think doing all those LBs got us like 1%. That did not feel worth it. Even though it is going to drain it, did not feel worth it. You know what would be really cool is what would be really cool is if they added a ranged physical class that was a javelin user. I feel like that could be kind of fun. But Yoshi P was saying during the, I forget what exactly or when exactly he was talking about it, but he was talking about how they come up with new like job concepts, and apparently they have like an internal, it's like an internal not really competition but like pitch session where people can be like, here's what I think that we should do as a job, and they kind of flesh it out and everyone talks about it and then they pick the ones that they want to use. And so that's how Viper came around. But he was mentioning how there's always like every time they do it, there's somebody who wants to do like a hammer, like a giant hammer, and it never seems to stick. Like they'll start developing it and then it's just like, doesn't work. And now I'm just really curious what like the quote unquote dead jobs are, like which ones didn't make the cut. Oh crap. Oh well.
That's the way, my clever servant. Go on, my pets. Don't be shy. Swim free, my pet.
I think the other thing I said while I was accidentally muted is please forgive my poor playing of DPS because I have not normally DPS.
A serpent after my own heart. Well done. Two horizons, you must come together as one. It falls to you and yours to navigate the seas ahead.
Bum, 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 bum.
Thank you for making it this far. Not long now, till our journey together must end.
I think of all of the fights in Thalia, this is the one that I find kind of the most repetitive. It just doesn't feel like, it feels like it needs a little bit more. I don't know if I'm like alone in thinking that, but like it's got a bunch of good mechanics. It just feels slightly too long. But I like how they introduce the mechanics at the start, because like they do it perfectly. They do one of the big cone, or like his big cone. They do it once by himself in a straight line. So you're like, okay, that's what that does. And then they do the second one here where they show like, it can now rotate and go in a different direction. And then they just start building up on that. Like, that's done really well. It just feels like he has a little bit too much health. And so it just takes a little bit longer than it needs to. I think I just have to remember, I don't remember when he jumps to his next form. I just remember I want to do improv after we land, not before. I think it's 50%. I don't actually remember. Someone's asking in the chat that I have blocked off. Where to get Ashan's bow? It's the PvP bow. For Bow of the 12. I think it's like a Bow of the Wanderer or something. It's a very nice bow. cat has made an appearance. If I had a webcam, I'd show you Loki, our cat, but I do not. If anyone's around and able to and hears this, just let me know how my mic quality is now still, because after I made those changes, like, is it still cutting in and out?
When this battle is over,
Can't be blinded twice.
the sweet soul of parting. I beg you, stay the course to the end.
You're back. The Omphilus. It's suddenly transformed. Servants? What's the meaning of this? Those ones, I leave to you. I will stay here with the others.
Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba. Can I get all three of these? Yeah. Oh.
Everyone used the interrupt on the first one. I think this fight, though, excuse me. I think this fight, though, is pretty good. I don't think it's as good as, say, like Memphina or who's at the end of the last one? Nalthal. I think Nalthal is still probably the most fun. So, but it's pretty good. I think the fact that they kind of just turn it into a boss rush at the end and brings everyone together, like that just brings all the gods together, is actually really nice. And the amount of people, there's a lot of first timers in this, and they all just got to this cutscene and they're all just going, "What? What's going on?" Here, maybe over here, yeah, and then I can just stay here. You know, so I was working on the Star Scale Ephemeris guide this morning, and I was reminded that the Abode of the Aela fishing hole was renamed. I forget the exact patch that it was renamed in, probably like 6.1 or something. 6.2. It was changed. It used to be Elegia, Elegia, and I'm wondering if they changed it so that people weren't confused or trying to tie it back to this boss specifically. Because it is, I mean, they're effectively, they're not like the same definition exactly, but they're pretty close. So I'm wondering if that was why it was, because they don't usually change fishing hole names once they've been added. Like, I don't really recall that ever happening. So the fact that they did it was kind of strange. Or I shouldn't say strange. There wasn't really much of a precedent for it, so it was unexpected. So I'm wondering if they changed the name to go with, so that there wasn't any confusion, or there wasn't any hints or tiebacks or whatever to this boss, so that, like, narratively it couldn't get muddled up. We get this, and then I think we'll get this, and then we'll get Lemlian's attack, then Ashan's big cut. Then all of the things hit, and then we're done. Nope, don't go back yet. To all the people who just went back, don't do that. Alright, here's Lemlian's attack, and so once this is done, we have to get behind her for Oskan's big thing. Should be right back here. And we go in. Stack. Did Ashan's already happen? Or am I just misremembering the order? I'm totally misremembering the order. I thought they were doing all the attacks in the order of the gods. Now here's all the attacks. I just don't know this fight like I think I do. Go me. And now everything repeats. This feels like it's going on way longer than it needs to. Or I should say it has in the past. Alright, so I have the coin. I would love to get an orchestrion. That might get me one. That won't. That definitely won't. Are any of these aiming? Sure, I'll take the pants. If not, I'm just doing it again. I will pass on those. I already have the minion. I don't expect to win that with an 89, but it would be great if I did. I also don't think I'll win that on a 38 or a 22 unless the other... Yep. Okay, I don't think I'm going to get anything. That's a bummer. Unless we get, like, pants. Of course, that's like the last thing that's... Oh, we got the pants. Cool. I got some pants. All right, I think that is going to be it for me today. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I will be back on Thursday. We won't do Thalia on Thursday. That'll be a full fish run on Thursday. I'm not 100% sure what we'll be doing. We'll probably work on warm water trout a bit more. See if we can get them to 90, get the gear, and start getting ready to go after Taniwa specifically to start. But we'll go after all the blues on warm water. For everything else, we'll be working on I gotta work on some diadem achievements. Those so we might do those on Thursday, and then my European alt has basically everything it needs to do, so we'll just probably work on that a bit too. So again, thank you everyone for watching. I will see you again on Thursday. Tomorrow will be tomorrow at I think 4 p.m. the Star Scale Ephemeris guide is coming out. That's a pretty straightforward fish. But great if you want to level up your Cold Desynth, so worth checking out as a viable alternative or a possible alternative to EBE, really long numbers, if you're working on your Cold Desynth leveling. And I think that's the week. Next Monday, Durdina Fish will be out. That guide will be out, if not sooner. Stethecanthus and Maya Man after that. I don't know if I'll be streaming the morning of 6.51 for the final step of the Splendorous rod. I'll be working on getting the guides out for that though next week. So be sure to check those out. Thank you. I hope you all have a wonderful week and see you on Thursday.